Hey guys, what's up? Bisectatron here from OneHive Gazette, here with my next war recap video, and this is the one against 6 Schlitzes. Did a great job, both clans did a great job. Basically, they got all the 10s 2-starred, all the 9s 3-starred, so pretty standard stuff. We were able to get 2 of the Town Hall 10s 3-starred, and then everything below was 3-starred obviously as well. So great job, especially to our 10s with the base building, because let me go back up. It's not easy, especially for our 3, 4, and 5, to build anti-3-star bases that can hold up in these arranged wars, but they did, and they did a great job. And our 10s on the other side did a good job with their attacks, because 2 of these went for 3 stars, and you saw some of these other ones were pretty close too, pretty high percentage. So awesome job to both clans, very fun arranged war, and we'll take a look at a few of the attacks. I want to start off with the Town Hall 10 3-stars. This recap is going to be mainly Town Hall 10 attacks. Don't have any Town Hall 8 attacks, and Genesis just really isn't using many Town Hall 8s. We only have 8s in war when our opponent has 8s and we need to use them to match, because the 8s typically just stay in OneHive Alpha. So for those of you guys that want to see the 8 attacks, I'm sorry, I'm not going to have that many. But when we do get an arranged war where we do use some Town Hall 8s, I'll make sure I show quite a few of those. Might even dedicate a video to it or something. But it's not going to be that common, just because OneHive Genesis doesn't usually use Town Hall 8s in war unless we need to match an opponent who has some. Anyway though, like I said, this video is going to focus mainly on Town Hall 10 attacks, starting with Plow taking on number 1 and getting the 3-star on a very high level base. Everything's maxed except like the king and a few walls, but that doesn't really matter. All the important stuff's maxed out, so it's difficult to 3-star these bases, but he just crushed this one. Comes in here with the queen walk, letting her walk down, taking out the first air defense right there, and then she's going to continue on, just taking out some trash buildings. So I'll go ahead and fast forward just because it's typical queen walk, just walking through, taking out everything in her path. And then as soon as she turns this corner right here, she does get a little bit low, so goes ahead and drops that rage again. The sweeper was pushing the healers a little bit, and that expo's coming in range along with the archer tower and stuff, so good use of the rage there. But drops down this jump to let the king get in there, get to the inferno tower, get to the enemy queen, so get some good value from that. You can see she's taking out that second air defense, so very nice there. And then right here, there's the jump I was talking about, the golem, few wizards, then the king, and the queen actually takes the jump too. I'm not sure if that was intentional or if you wanted her to keep walking, but it worked out very nicely with the queen coming back in. The king's going to get in there, take out the enemy queen, and then get in there and take out the inferno tower, so it gets very nice value just for the healers, the golem, and his heroes. Right there, the poison also helps slow down the enemy queen, and then the king uses the ability, gets her taken out, gets in there, gets the inferno. But already starting with the air attack, comes in with the lava hound, balloons, just targeting each defense. Very nice balloon deployment on this attack. You can see all these defenses going down at once, so great deployment. Comes in with the next lava hound, more balloons, just kind of swarming the space. That queen is still up. Drops that freeze, maybe a tad early, but not that big of a deal, because when the inferno tower wakes up, you can see everything is kind of right on top of it. The rage helps get them in there. They get it taken out, and then that last air defense has 2 lava hounds just sitting on it, so it had plenty of tanking for his balloons. And you can see 1 lava hound doesn't even bust, so awesome there. The one does bust right there, but still has 1 that hasn't even broken up yet. So just crushed this base, has balloons just a drop for cleanup, just a ton of troops left up. Absolutely destroyed it. Awesome attack to Plow. Alright, we're going to take a look at, we are going to look at that other Town Hall 10 3-star in a moment, but first, want to show my attack on this Town Hall 10, because it got way more percentage than I ever expected it to. In this one, I wasn't really scouting for a Town Hall 10, I was just trying to get some good percentage for the clan. And this is, a maxed out base with, well actually no, not maxed out, some of the cannons and archer towers, yeah, so the point defense isn't maxed out. The walls are what fooled me. But anyway, came in with a few balloons, a few minions just to get some percentage, create a funnel that I'll need later. Then I'm going to start my queen on the 3 o'clock position up here, dropping down a wizard just to create the funnel, push the queen the direction I want her to go. And in just a moment, I'll drop her down along with her 4 healers and let her start her walk. So Giant, just a tank for the Archer Tower. A few wall breakers. Gonna let her, the Queen, when I drop her, that'll let her in. And then a Wizard just to help funnel her into that compartment so she doesn't walk around. I dropped those healers maybe a tiny bit early because they do get on that Wizard that was still alive instead of the Queen. But when that Wizard takes a few steps, it'll get out of range of the healers and go down. And then all 4 healers eventually go to my Queen. So I went ahead and dropped the Rage, 2-point defense on her, and it was a good thing I did because the Tesla pops, so definitely needed that Rage. She's going to take out all these defenses and keep moving, so getting great value for her. A lot of this stuff's in her range. She can get to those mortars, all those defenses in there, and then continue on her walk. Alright, so as the Queen develops at the bottom there, I'm going to start in with some golems, a few wizards, and then that 1 hog for the wizard tower, just because nothing can defend it. Going to get a free trade there for the hog. And then, like I said, the wizard's great in the funnel. Right here, the air defense takes out a few healers just because they kind of got deployed in a weird fashion. But the other few healers end up being out of range. Drop the jump, the king, a few more wizards, and then the max P.E.K.K.A. from the CC. The goal was for the Queen to kind of meet up and beat through this wall. She's a little bit late. I kind of timed it a little bit too early on everything else. But she does get through and join up with the party. In just a moment. I'll drop that next Rage to help everything keep moving forward. But all the wizards are still alive, doing a lot of damage, getting in there, taking out the defensive heroes, getting in there and get that next Inferno Tower. Then everything's going to continue walking around. Worked out very nicely here because everything went off to the right, that Queen included, out of the range of the Inferno Tower. And 2 of those healers are still up, so they can help heal everything. Still have a lot of Golemites and stuff. Plus the Queen's ability hasn't been used yet. So already at 54%, but everything kind of went off to the right side, which has really worked out nicely because the Inferno Tower would have taken all that stuff out. But out of range of the Inferno, the healers can heal up the King and stuff. Drop down a few Giants, a few Wizards, just to get those Builders' Huts. Pretty good percentage right there. They're all next to each other. Then things are gonna bust through this wall right here. I'll go ahead and fast forward because they get through this wall and then went ahead and dropped a few more troops just to snipe some more percentage. The Queen is still up, haven't even used her ability yet. And then right here, as she gets low, I pop the ability. She gets a few more buildings, then goes down, and everything kind of peters out. The King gets stuck on a wall, I think. So very high percentage, 78%. Thought that was a cool attack. I was surprised how well it worked out, so wanted to show you guys it. Now let's move on to the Town Hall 10 3-star, which I was talking about, the other one that we got, done by Mimo. Coming in here, and the credit does have to go in some ways to the Town Hall 9s that scouted this base, because I think it was hit at least 3 times by Town Hall 9s, just perfecting the opener. I think even a few Town Hall 10s hit it as well. So this base had been thoroughly attacked. I think like 6 or 7 attacks on it by both Town Hall 9s and Town Hall 10s. So the plan was there, just had to get the perfect execution, and Mimo does it right here. Drops in some minions to create the funnel for the Queen. Also gets that cannon, so a nice bonus there. She is in range of that Inferno, but she steps out. Now drops a few wall breakers to let her out of this compartment, so entry wall breakers and exit wall breakers. Pretty standard stuff on a Queen walk, and she'll continue on, and then she'll eventually meet up with the kill squad. So he went ahead and dropped his Quakes on that nice junction right there to let everything keep moving through. The goal was basically to get in there, clear out the core, get the Inferno Towers, and even get all the way to that last air defense so we can drop those balloons, because the air defenses are pretty tight into the center of the base. So once they go down, the balloons can target some of those outside defenses. So the plan's very nice. Comes in with the golems. Just going to let them walk in here as soon as he wall breakers in. Has some wizards backing everything up. And then in just a moment, he'll let everything in with a few wall breakers. So here they go. Has the King, obviously, which he's waiting on. And then has to deal with the CC troops, but no big deal. I think it's, just a dragon and a few archers. So has the poisons. They'll go down real quick. Drops a rage. Very nice placement there. The Queen can sit back and just take down all these buildings, get the dragon down, let everything keep moving forward, and then just has 3 rages, so dropping them very liberally. Here come the golems, and these golems do quite a bit of damage under rage. They can punch through some of these Teslas pretty quickly, quicker than you might think. Just now uses the King's ability, so he's moving forward. Nothing's really dying, some attacks just work like that. It seems like nothing ever dies because the Inferno Tower goes down real quickly, and there's still a lot of tanking out in front. Has the Queen's ability still, that air defense going down, and then those few balloons came in, just flanked some of these defenses. They'll get that cannon taken out. Still has 6 balloons left, and that air sweeper's going down, so it's not going to be in the way. And then that one healer actually ended up making it, so it can help heal up those golems and stuff. But yeah, last few balloons coming in, just excellent targeting. Crushed this base inside and out, and this is going to be a 3-star, obviously. I'll go ahead and fast forward because cleanup has to happen, but still has a bunch of balloons up, and those golems haven't even busted yet, so it worked out very nicely. Awesome attack by Mimo. Alright, 2 Town Hall 9 attacks, not that focused on Town Hall 9s because you guys have seen a lot of them in the various videos that I've had. But I'm going to show number 6, and then we'll go all the way to the bottom part of the enemy clan for the other one. But we're looking at Crazy Movin' taking on number 6 and doing a nice Go Vaho. So it just drops in a giant minion, creating the funnel for the Queen walk. There's the wall breakers that will let the Queen into the compartment. So more of a Queen charge, I guess you could say. There goes the Queen, the healer's behind her. She'll just kind of make her way in on her own, but goes ahead and drops those minions in anyway to help her make sure she stays in there and doesn't walk out. So Queen making her way in. Go ahead and fast forward just a little bit because she does take a little while just taking out these defenses. Very slow moving. That one air sweeper is going to push the healers back, and you'll see that does have an impact in just a moment. But anyway, she'll step up. The CC troops will come out in just a moment. She's almost in range, just has to take down the wizard tower. Then she'll step up into the range of the CC. Dragon and 2 balloons, and then right here has the rage, which you think might work but doesn't have any poisons, plus there's 2-point defense, so the Queen was pretty clearly going to go down had not used the ability, so had to use it. So maybe you could say the rage was a little bit wasted, but still getting some of the benefit of the rage because it is still there even after the ability is gone, so not too big of a deal there. Queen's going to continue taking out defenses. Then comes in with a golem, a few wall breakers. I'm not sure why that golem didn't reroute. I mean, it looked like it's pretty close to that archer tower, but for some reason it keeps beating on that wall, which is kind of unfortunate, but comes in, has a few more wall breakers actually, and then for some reason the golem decides it's time to go ahead and go to that cannon. Comes in with the king as well. His Queen takes out the king, does get a little bit low because the rage is no longer, it's been used already, but she gets the king taken out and she'll get healed back up. Then has a very nice deployment on the quake spells, opening everything on up, heals up those Valks as they come in. They're going to get the Queen down real quick, uses the king's ability, just completely destroying this upper part of the base, using a few hogs just to flank these defenses, because everything's targeting the Valks and the Golemites and the king. Very nice there. Queen is still moving through with the healers on her. There is that Tesla farm at like the 9 o'clock position, but has that last heal for the hogs, and they'll be fine along with the help of the Queen and a few more hogs on the backside. So very, very nice attack by Crazy Moving. It's all clean up at this point. Everything's down, has a ton of hogs left up, so crush this base. Fast forward, awesome attack to Crazy Moving. Way to get the 3-star there. Okay, last one we're going to take a look at is number 33. Like I said, we're going all the way down to look at I Am Sparta. And when you have these lower level heroes like Sparta does, you want to bring as light a kill squad as you can. You want to try to stick to one golem, just because the kill squad for the most part is just trying to buy time for your heroes to take out as much of the base as they can. And when your heroes are this low level, you don't get much value for them, so you're better off investing your troop space into hogs, which Sparta does very nicely here. Only brings that one golem because all he wants to do is get in there, take out the Queen, and then there also ends up being a few Teslas, which are a bonus in that Queen compartment. This is a fresh attack, I checked. It's a first attack, so doesn't know where any giant bombs are. A little bit risky, but has to just use his hog deployment to try to avoid all the possible double giant bomb spots and let his hogs kind of make their way through the base. Drops down those wizards to create the funnel, the golem. It is taking quite a bit of damage because there's the Teslas there, so goes ahead and drops in a few hogs, which was great idea. The hogs get in there, help take out those Teslas, and then everything will make its way in. Goes ahead and uses one of his heals. Just because, you know, all 4 Teslas are there, it's worth investing some hogs in a heal to get in there, help the heroes take it out. because that was quite a bit of damage coming at his kill squad. Anyway, though, they take out this compartment pretty easily, and then from here, I'm just going to use his hog deployment to try to make sure he avoids as many double giant bomb spots as he can. Comes in here with just a few hogs in each of these defenses. That one possible spot on the top right was already diffused, I guess you could say, by his hogs. There's a single bomb there, but has the heal, so all those hogs are going to be full health and keep moving. They're going across another possible spot, but there doesn't end up being any giant bombs there, so doesn't lose those hogs. But even if he did, he has a big group at the bottom here. They're under heal. It is all single bombs in this base, I think, so just uses his heals right and doesn't lose many hogs at all through this entire attack. They all meet up here for the last giant bomb. And then actually the fourth giant bomb is kind of by that wizard tower, so his hogs get really low here with the wizard tower and the giant bomb, but they have just enough health to stay alive. And then even though they're very low, there's so many of them that the king can't take them out quick enough. He goes down, still has both his heroes, just use their abilities now. So very nice there. I mean, didn't even have to use the king's ability, which is pretty surprising in these kind of attacks. I'll fast forward because this one is over. Awesome attack to I Am Sparta. Sometimes it's fun to watch these lower level Town Hall 9s because the game's a little bit different down there, and maybe even a little bit harder for the attacker with those low level heroes. So awesome attack to Sparta. Hope you guys enjoyed the war though. I'll have some more videos coming out this week, but wanted to get you guys the recap while the attacks were still in our war log. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, Sectatron out.